I want to give everyone who listens just a bit of an update to why we're really busy.
We got some podcast feedback. Both hosts just smacking their lips and eating sweets.
But it's fair. And you're right, actually. I'm sure the flocks of people that listen to this nonsense would be outside my house. I'm tearing the hair that I've got left out right now. Welcome to the Fake Marketer, everybody.
Different location.
It's a very different location, Michael. And there's just the two of us this week. There's no Nick. And we're doing it over Zoom or Google Meets.
You love doing them over these, don't you?
No, not particularly. But seeing as though we are absolutely rammed, and because of the bank holiday and because it's school pickup day, needs must. And because we released it on a Thursday, consistency, Michael, is where we need to be. So, Michael, how are we?
Good.
Good.
Warm. Nice weather.
It is. I'm happy. I've wearing a t-shirt, so I'm happy. But
Huel t-shirt on?
I've got my Huel t-shirt on actually, which it's because I've not had a shower yet this morning. It's my PJ one because I've literally rolled from my bed to this office. But we're going to keep this one very quick. This is episode 51, I believe.
Yep.
We've hit the 50 mark, half century. So I've doffed my cap to the crowd. Okay. And then we're going to go again. So this one is a quick one. But before we go on, obviously it's that time, Michael. It's ads or marketing we've seen this week that has piqued our interests. So Michael, since Nick's not here, what marketing have you seen that's piqued your interest this week?
Your
attention.
I'll take Nick's place. It's from your friends at On. I mean, you've probably seen it, but I just thought it was I'm looking at ads a lot of the time through like a video sort of perspective lens about like how they sort of film them and stuff. And I quite liked On were announcing, I think they're doing like tennis shoes or something. And it wasn't very long, but it was like a quick tennis.
Play for glory or good times, but whatever you play for, dream on.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, I like this bit at the start where they have all the On logos all in the middle. I don't really know how they've done that, but that's pretty cool.
No, I've seen that. Roger Federer, he invested in On about 4 or 5 years ago.
I did it.
They've just they've skyrocketed. So I'm surprised I didn't see old Federer. The old
Federer. Are they different? They're different shoes specifically for tennis. They're not running shoes.
Different sport, Michael, altogether, buddy.
No, I was just checking if they were like you can use these also for tennis, or if these are specific to tennis. That's good.
Yeah, it's very good, but no, you would need separate shoes.
I liked it.
Well, I've sent you one, which is I had a bit of direct mail through the post, and I did mention it on the podcast a few weeks ago, but it was from Jet2 Holidays, which there you go. Look, save big this summer, £6 off your holiday, and like the old days, you used to tear off your coupon, take it down to the local corner shop. I like it. It.
You said that those codes, I think when we mentioned on that other episode, those codes will like link to show like where the traffic's come from or something.
I think so, yeah. They'd track it that way. Yeah.
That's cool.
They can actually do it correctly. So very good. So that's what I've seen this week, which, like I said, has piqued my interest. So I have just noticed, Michael, if you can just
I was going to say
black out my address. We don't want people to know where I live. Again, I'm sure the flocks of people that listen to this nonsense would be outside my house. Actually, on the public walkway in front of my house, which meant actually I couldn't do anything about it. So, if I ever become big and the paps are there, they can legitimately stand outside my house and take pictures of me.
Damn. Oh, I meant to say also before we moved on, we got some podcast feedback in our comment section. Did you see that?
No, I haven't.
Well, we've had two things. We've had lots of comments from Paul
Alban.
No. Paul Haynes.
Yeah.
Ring Paul. Paul is
Ah,
Paul
what
is
does what
he's-
does Paul want?
he's desperate for Rupert. He comments on all. He's gone through like the last like 3 episodes asking questions about like where's Rupert? Can I download Rupert on Google Play? I'm looking for it on the App Store. I can't find it.
Well, Paul, I love you dearly, my friend. It's not an app as such. It's a desktop piece of software, so you can only use it on your desktop or your iPad, Paul. You won't find it in Google Store, Apple Store, whichever store you reside in, sir. As we record this right now, I know that you're in the lakes walking, so you won't listen to this, but you may have this on your TV when you get home on Saturday, because I know you watch it on YouTube TV because I've been sent a picture of it. Your other half text me going, I've just walked in and look who he's watching. And it was Nick and you. Myself and Nick and yourself, Michael. So yeah, so no, it's not live yet, Paul. I'm tearing the hair that I've got left out right now, and it will be live shortly.
Yeah, and the other one was on the why the influence room is changing how brands work with influencers episode, and we got a comment from Matthew. I won't say his surname because it looks like his YouTube channel is just his full name. But I can show you what he said. I did reply to this comment.
Do you want to read it out? Read it out for the fans.
Yeah. So it says, it's quite a long one. He had many thoughts. He said, just watched, at first few seconds thought, this is shot professionally enough, ... Why only so little views? And then first few minutes, both hosts just smacking their lips and eating sweets, like the opposite of ASMR. Host sounds and looks charismatic and informative. Just needs to get more focused, more editing. This should be a 10-minute video max and cut out all of the meandering. Also, please don't talk to anyone off screen. Audiences can't hear what that person is saying and feels so awkward, like it alienates the audience so much as they are out of the loop, as they just have a conversation between them. Even the way the host looks off to the right to this mysterious third person. TLDR, more editing needed, trim out the gaps and remove talking to someone off screen, !
Well, I think they're all valid points, Michael.
Yeah, to be fair, I did check that episode, and that was when we opened a little bag of Haribo like a second before the intro.
I have to give a little bit of context to that. So in the office, in the meeting room, it's flooded with Haribo little packets. And Nick and we went through a little stage of eating quite a few, but then realized there's 100 calories per pack. And we've stopped doing that as much. But it's fair, Matthew. I'm going to give you all the due in the world on that one. And you're right, actually, maybe there is a bit too much meandering and
yeah, but I think that's what makes the podcast what it is, isn't it? It's like you love the Bad Friends podcast, and if you think like how much they stick to any one topic, it's like the whole point of it is sort of like that they jump from thing to thing, and it's more about them as people than it is about anything particular. So I quite like that it meanders, but I mean, I get kind of what he means.
Although, what are people here to listen to? They're here to listen about my nonsense, or actual take some very, very good feedback, ideas to their own business.
Bit of both.
Maybe a bit of both. Maybe we can shorten it. But no, very valid feedback, Matthew, and we will take all of that on board. So thank you. Short edited though, and the fact that he thinks it's good, it's good.
Yeah,
so I'm happy with that. Right, so the reason why this podcast can be short today, so I want to give everyone who listens, there's not many of you, so FYI, just a bit of an update to why we're really busy. So I guess let's start with Rupert. As of 2:15 on the 7th of May, Tuesday, 2024, we're still not live. I'm still battling every morning with Meta to get the actual app, as they call it, the API calls approved for this then to become a huge success. And we're getting there, but there's no time frame on this, and we've not been given any time from Meta. So that's a daily a daily chore of mine currently, which is why we're not able to be in the office today. So that's Rupert. We have been going to many shows up and down the country to show off Rupert, and the feedback thus far has been incredible. We were in Birmingham last week, and everyone who tried it was just like, "Whoa, this is really cool!" And people that came across to my small talk again were really engaged, really just genuinely really like the idea of it. So, so that's what's going on with Rupert. Frustrating that it's not live because it's sort of changed the plan of how we were going to move the agency and all the businesses forward this next quarter. So that's really put a bit of a dampener on things, but we press on anyway. So that's up there, Rupert. Let's Run Social, the agency, has a new website. So if you go to www. Someone said that to me the other day on the phone. I was like, you don't need to say it. So if you go to letsrunsocial.com, you'll see our new website. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, slick.
Like it, Michael?
Yeah, I like it. Profesh.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. I think it looks really good. So if you want to go in there, have a look, see what we get to. There are some case studies on there. There will be more. We're doing more and more all the time, but we've got 4 on there to start, and then obviously we'll just keep banking those on. So yeah, the new website's live, which is good. And yeah, just things on that side are just running as they are. All the clients keeping everyone busy, which is good. The Ads Clinic, another part of our group, is running. The Ads Clinic is for those agencies and businesses that aren't yet ready to use a full service agency to manage their ads. They want to upskill internally or just get a feel for what an agency can do for them using Meta Ads. So you can go on to there, and as we've spoken on here before, it's just a rolling contract of either £300 or £500 based on the volume of hours you have. That's growing really, really, really successfully as well, which is cool. We get people, Michael, all over the world. Honestly, you'd be baffled. I had a guy from Thailand last week call me. I'm like, wow, it's incredible. So that's really cool. And then MIB Data, the data side is just doing its thing as it does, and as it has done for many years. So yeah, a lot going on, and obviously Rupert being sort of on the agenda every day at the moment, which is why we're rammed.
Is there any more on the Rupert thing that we have to do, or is it all just on in their court basically?
It's just, do you know what? Anyone that's been through or is looking to use Meta's APIs for internal dev, for any one of many reasons, just be ready for a battle. Not in a negative way, but you put a review in and they'll come back with feedback, which is great. But the problem is that's can take up to 10 days. So if you're going back 10, 8, 4, 5 times, you have to times that by 10 days or 5 days, depending on how busy they are. So it just takes such a long time to do. We've been on this 16 weeks now. We're trying to get this live. And it's becoming very much a labor of love. But yeah, anyone that's going through it, don't go in it with rose tinted glasses. Just be prepared that it's going to take probably a lot longer than you think. But no, from our perspective, Michael, it's back in review. Went back into review on Saturday or Sunday, Saturday morning, and now we're waiting for them to either approve or disapprove it, which we do every single day.
I wonder if anyone else has tried a similar sort of software and then ended up getting just bogged down and just given up.
It's not so much. So no one's I think there's pieces of software out there for internal banks and stuff that I've spoken to, but in terms of the people struggling, this is just a widely known problem, that getting things approved by Meta in this case is just tough. It just takes a long time. But even the work we do with Let's Run Social, whether it's an ad account being disapproved, whether it's an ad not going live or ad blockers or whatever it is, things happen every day with Meta. But there's such a such a beast of a business. For them to change anything internally, it's like moving a tanker 1 degree. It's you take it off course direction a little bit, and suddenly down the way it's a long way off. So I understand why they have to do the things they do, but from us as an agency, as a business trying to use their platform to obviously create Rupert and help so many businesses that need this, it's it's really, really frustrating. Really frustrating.
I suppose it's good that everyone I've seen who's used it has only really had good things to say about it. So from what we've actually done, then obviously just when it gets there, it will be really good once it's there.
It's really exciting. That's the reality. It is really exciting. I'm looking forward for people to start, actually getting their hands on it, testing it, using AI and to start replying to their audience, which is going to be really cool. But until we're there, you just can't. So it's could relate with love, but it'll get there. It will get there. It's just a matter of when, not if. And hopefully it'll be done. End of the week, hopefully. But another week goes by, and obviously having a bank holiday here in the UK hasn't helped. So hopefully we know, Michael. Hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So I think that's a bit of a short update, really. Nick's rammed, so he couldn't jump on. He's got a load of ads to run. What else?
He sent me another one of his podcasts, which has just gone live.
His Facebook ads one?
Yeah, and one for the email one as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So, if people out there want to know why what is the episode's called something like how to fix when your Facebook ads stop working or something.
Well, should we plug them both? Actually, is the other one even live yet?
Which, the email one?
Yeah.
No. The podcast is, I think. Yeah, I think Nick wanted like a bank of them so that when people go on there, there's a decent amount of content for them to look at. So
why don't we give these two a little plug, and then what we'll do is we'll end this podcast here, because I'm talking for the sake of talking now. Anyone. Again, back to Matthew's point. Let's not meander around the point. So, plug one. If you are running Facebook ads and want to hear Nick discuss numerous points around Facebook ads, again, we spend millions every year across this platform. Type in or search for Let's Run Facebook Ads, the podcast, and you'll see Nick Boddington. Looks slightly meerkatty. If you see a guy with a meerkat with hair, you're on the right one. And then the second plug would be Let's Run Email Marketing, the podcast. Is that right?
I think that's just Let's Run Email Marketing. I don't think they have the podcast.
Okay. Let's Run Email Marketing. So if you search that, you'll see Fraser and Nick, of course. Again, meerkat looking. And like Fraser coming out of his right hand side shoulder, you'll see him there. Yeah, they've got a few now, haven't they?
Yeah, there's 3 live, I think, and then there's I think 3 or so more that are waiting to go. Okay,
so yeah, there's 2 little plugs. So if you want to hear more about email marketing, go and listen to the boys over there. Or if you want to hear about what's going on Meta Ads, then yeah, go and listen to Nick on Let's Run Facebook Ads podcast. But I think let's leave that here, Michael. It's been amazing to speak to you. I won't go on to the normal nonsense we go on to based on Matthew's feedback. But yeah, there you go. There's episode 51. Only a short snippet on what's going on, but we need to keep consistent, which I've always said from day one on this one. So everyone have a nice day. Thank you for listening to this. Probably not many clips on this one, Michael.
I'll be all right. I'll find something.
Right. See you later, guys.
Bye.